it's Miss Krystal. It's Wednesday. Let's talk about some books. Today's theme is horror because like Halloween's my favorite holiday and that's what we're doing. So I'm gonna start with the middle grade books, and this one is Beetle and the Hollowbones, and it is a graphic novel. See there, it's full color, and it's about this chick Beetle. She's 12, and Blob Ghost, who's this right there? Blob Ghost is one of her best friends. He haunts the mall, and that's where she spends the majority of her time. Because of that, she also is trying to learn how to ride a broomstick, but she's not very good at it. And she has another best friend named Kat, who is, she feels more successful than her, is better at her magic. She also has this like amazing mentor named Hollowbone, who's her aunt, and she is like kind of famous online. So, you know, Beetle feels kind of like she's being left in the dust by her best friend Kat. Now, what comes at a time is that she realizes that Hollowbone has some nefarious plans for both of her best friends, and she has to like she has to save them. So it's kind of about how like even when you don't think you're good enough, you're good enough, and everyone goes to their own pace, and don't compare yourself to other people, you know? Anyways, The Puppets, Payback, and Other Chilling Tales. So this is a scary one. It's gonna have some scary short stories in them. They're very short, so don't be intimidated. And I think that it's fun if you can like kind of memorize the stories and like tell them to other people in a scary voice. So I always tell people horror stories are always best in short story collections. So give it a shot. It's a lot of fun. Okay. Brown Girl Ghosted. Oh, these next two are my teen and YA picks, okay? Brown Girl Ghosted. So this is about Violet, this girl right here. So, well, all these are Violet. But Violet, she is Indian, and she's living in this like Midwestern town though, where she doesn't feel like she fits in. So in order to feel like she fits in more, she kind of like makes herself small, you know? And she feels like the sidekick of her own life a little bit. So she's on the cheerleading squad because she feels like that's what she's supposed to do, and she like doesn't really speak up for herself because she feels like that's what she's supposed to do, and she's trying to deny also the fact that she's connected to this like ancient Indian prophecy of women, legacy of women who like are warriors in her culture, and also because she's connected to this legacy, she can see ghosts. And one of the students at her high school is murdered, and so that kind of like reawakens her powers, and so she is trying to figure out who killed her classmate before she herself is the victim of the same killer. So it's kind of like a murder mystery, but it's also about like accepting yourself and like finding yourself and like all that cool stuff. Okay, last but certainly not least is Tokyo Ghoul Re. So not to be mistaken with Tokyo Ghoul. So this is the continuation of the Tokyo Ghoul franchise. It's not new, but it's something that we just bought as a library, so it's new to us. And we have Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Ghoul Re as complete manga series. So I haven't read the continuation series, I've read the Tokyo Ghoul series. So I can tell you about that. And that is basically about this kid who is a university student who's living in this alternative Tokyo, and in this alternative like Tokyo, there are ghouls, and ghouls are these monsters essentially that eat people, but they also just look like us, so they look like people until they like eat another person. Then they can like change shape and things like that. And he is attacked by one of the ghouls, but he's not completely attacked, like she doesn't kill him, she just like bites him. And so he turns into a ghoul, and he's brought on this transformation of like self and trying to establish his morality, even though he like is forced to like eat people in order to stay alive. And also in this other Tokyo, everyone knows that like ghouls exist. So there's like a separate police department that is trying to like capture them and like kill them all the time. So it's about like that side arc also of like people discriminating against ghouls, but then also ghouls and their own society and how they function. So I think it's an outstanding series for older teens if you're into manga. I don't know, I had a kid tell me that RE is just as good as the original, so I'm gonna give it a shot. But yeah, that's it. Oh, here's the pictures, just in case you want to see. That is it for me. Everyone should have a really great Halloween and read some scary stories.